Hey, we're here with Evan Miga, the art director on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. Congratulations on the ride. It is crazy. That's probably the best explanation I can give about it. So we, of course, are In Park Magazine. We're a trade publication for the themed entertainment design industry, so I want to kind of cover from that angle. One of the things that we're looking at is that this is a pavilion that starts off almost as a World's Fair pavilion, which is a great fit for the legacy of Epcot.
Absolutely.
And then something goes awry.
Yeah.
When creating the queue, what decisions were made in terms of the progression of the queue and the elements of it?
Well, it's all about telling the story of Xandar from their perspective. So when I would say your experience even starts outside of the pavilion. So this is the first Otherworld Showcase pavilion at Epcot. When you arrive, you see the Star Blaster out front, this giant spaceship, and that was gifted to Terra by Xandarians as a message of peace through understanding. So that's outside. That was an actual vehicle that would have been involved in the Battle of Xandar. So they put it here on display. So it's all about telling that story through Xandar's perspective. The exhibit, the pavilion, is called The Wonders of Xandar. So it's all about their culture, the people, and their technology that they want to share with Terra. So when you enter into the pavilion, you're going to get a wide view of Xandar and its place in the universe. So you'll see our Galaxarium, which is an overhead kind of planetarium style show, and you'll see differences of Andromeda and the Milky Way and how our two planets and galaxies are more similar than we think. We're all born from the same stardust. As you proceed through the exhibit, you'll come into the Gallery of Xandar, which is where we are now. So you'll get to learn about the people of Xandar, you'll get to learn about the city of Xandar. Behind me, there's a really great model of the city of Xandar, where you get to see how the city works, how Xandarians get around, their different cultural centers. Then you proceed through and learn about the Nova Corps. And the Nova Corps are a big part of Xandarian culture. They're the protectors of the peace, so sort of like a military arm of the defensive force of Xandar. And then, after that, you learn about the Guardians of the Galaxy and how they helped Xandar in the Battle of Xandar. So they came in and helped save the planet. So they are the heroes of Xandar, and they are celebrated in this gallery.
So three-dimensionality appears to be an important aspect of this attraction, from the dome projection to, I mean, we're looking at a model behind you that has projection mapping.
Right.
And then throughout the gallery, there are multiple layers of screens, and actually going into the pre-show as well. How important was it to have that element of this three-dimensional aspect? Yeah,
so that is, in the end of our attraction, you're going to be transported to a Nova Corps vessel. The visual language of Epcot, of being at Epcot, is very different than when you're on the spaceship. So everything in here it's very much about the textures. It's about the materials. Everything is curved. It's gray, and every color you kind of see is brought in through lighting. So it's very much in lighting, and there's this holographic look to this side of the attraction, and you'll notice that there's a lot of lavenders, blues, cool colors. When you get transported up onto that Nova Corps vessel, everything's going to go copper. The angles are going to get sharp. There's no holograms. Everything's very much like a utility screen showing you what's going on. So the whole visual language and style will let you know that, well, I'm not on Earth anymore, I'm in outer space.
So it's very similar to, say, Runaway Railroad or even Rise of the Resistance, in that once you reach a different point, the color and the style scheme is completely different.
Sure. Yeah, it's a really important part of telling the story. Is you're in a brand new space and a brand new location and a spaceship.
Considering that we are in the old Universe of Energy building, is there anything that's included as an homage or a hidden Easter egg that we should keep an eye out for?
Absolutely. We love that old attraction. course, the building remains the same on the exterior. There's definitely some fun stuff in the media, especially when you see Peter Quill talking about his favorite attractions when he was a kid, and he can't wait to come back and ride the universe dinosaur ride. But then also in the graphics, if you pay attention to some of the icons on the wall or on the ride vehicles, you'll see old Universe of Energy logos. You'll see some Xandarian text on the wall that might say something that kind of harkens back to the old attraction.
So the development cycle was about 7 years from inception to delivery. How many iterations did the project go through?
Quite a few. Actually, I've been on the project for 5 of those 7, so I joined up later on. It was really interesting to see it kind of take shape. A lot of these attractions, you get this high-level view of something, and it's over the years, it just becomes more focused and focused and focused and focused, until all the details are fleshed out, and everything's there. So.
And your advice for people riding the coaster? We've done it twice. We've done front row. We've done back row.
Yeah.
What is the best row in your opinion?
In my opinion, I absolutely love the back car, front seat of that car. And that's because we have a backwards launch. And when you're in the back seat, you are actually going to get a great view of that launch. And there's also... So the coaster has this amazing drifting feeling as you move through, because it's an omni coaster and we can point it at different points of media and different points of interest. And there's a point at the coaster when, if you're in the back seat, the train sort of pulls it over certain humps, and it gives you more of like a fluttery feeling in your stomach. And to me, I love that the most. You also get a little bit more show, that you linger on things a little bit longer. But that's not to say that's the best for everybody. That's just the best for me. If you ask more people...
So when people ride, they should do multiple times at multiple locations.
Multiple times, multiple locations. You'll get multiple songs.
And of course, with the multiple soundtrack, there's a different song every time you ride, so it's highly repeatable.
Right, and it's a different mood for the different songs. So you could be in the back car and have, let's say, Disco Inferno, and then you could be in the back car and have Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and it's like a totally different feeling when you get off, but absolutely fun.